This is how I wake up every morning. It's not pleasant.
So the thing about sexual dreams is, I've never really had one. And I know you're thinking, oh my god, how have you never had a sexual dream? That's insane, that's crazy. Everybody has at least one of those. I really haven't. Correction, I almost had one once. And there's actually a funny story behind that. And I will tell you that as soon as I kind of lead up to it with an explanation of how my dreams typically work in correlation to me in real life. I should probably start off by saying that I'm one of those people that dreams a lot. Like, I dream every night. I could literally write down my dreams every morning when I woke up and keep a journal. But I don't do that, which is unfortunate because my dreams are pretty epic. I'm not gonna lie. I'm bragging. My dreams are probably the best dreams ever. Besides the point. In terms of like sexual dreams, the closest I've really come to them, like going fully through, is a kissing dream. And a kissing dream is exactly what it sounds like to me. It's where I kiss somebody in a dream. And this usually starts where I get to know somebody who I either just barely know or I've completely made up. And we kiss and hug, and there's not a relationship ever, but it's like this sort of like bond from a distance where we just come together and talk and then end up doing that. It's really weird. These started when I was about 11, and I only have them maybe like once every few months. It's not like a nightly thing. And the irony of it all is I started having these before I had my first kiss, and then when I had my first kiss I was expecting it to be like that, and it wasn't. I was like, okay, this is weird. So yeah. Another thing I should probably mention about these dreams is the fact that within these dreams where I would kiss people, they weren't always of the opposite gender. Meaning, my first kissing dream actually took place when I was 11 years old, about to go into 6th grade. I was doing a play with somebody within the dream, and the ending scene was to kiss them. They were a girl. I kissed them. I woke up, thought, wow, that was lovely. And it took me about 10 minutes to realize they were a girl, and I was like, wait a minute. So in my dreams, I really don't regard gender. It's not something I notice until I wake up and I'm like, oh, that guy. It's kind of strange, actually. Anyway, I told you that I've come close to having a sexual dream once in my lifetime. And I'll tell you about that because it was actually like a defining moment in my asexuality. And this is gonna sound absolutely crazy when I tell you this. So I was dreaming, and there was this lady, and she was probably 25 or something, and she was absolutely stunning, and she was lovely, and for whatever reason in my dream I just had this fascination of being by her all the time and following her and just talking to her and everything, and she was just absolutely lovely, and I wanted to touch her. And when I say touch, this is another thing I should mention. When I like a person, like I'm emotionally and mentally attached to them, I have like urges to hug them all the time, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to like hug her. So anyway, at one point, and there was a bit of foreshadowing in my brain because obviously it's me controlling the dream, and I was like, uh-oh. She turned to me and she said, I want you to come upstairs with me. And I was like, okay. And she took her clothes off, and she told me that she wanted to make love with me. And I was like, you are really pretty, but I really don't want to do this. And I remember dreading it, and I was like going through in my mind how I could go about this and avoiding this. And then luckily I actually woke up, and this is gonna sound really bad and cheesy and corny, but at that point I basically established to myself, okay, I'm an asexual. I just rejected having sex in a dream. If that's not asexual, I don't know what is. And that is my almost sexual dream that I never followed through on because I didn't feel like it. So anyway, as far as sexual dreams go, I mean, in some cases, in a lot of cases, I'm sure they do reflect something that is happening in your real life. I mean, if you have a dream you're having sex with your wife and you're a sexual person, well, yeah, you have experience in that. And then you could be like me and have really strange dreams about chasing people and kissing people that you don't know, and wake up and realize that you would never want to do that in real life. So, if you have a sexual dream and you're an asexual, or you dream about the same gender or the opposite gender, or something that's different from your orientation, I wouldn't worry too much about it, unless maybe you have a bit of conflict going on in your head and you're unsure of yourself, because then maybe it might be telling you something. But don't take it too seriously. I would highly recommend going with what's going on in your conscious mind, because you're present right now in conscience. You're not dreaming. You may be daydreaming, but just whatever feels right. Don't base who you are off of what you dream. You might just drive yourself crazy.